North Carolina Governor Pat McCrory has declared a state of emergency in Charlotte. He said National Guard and State Highway Patrol troopers would be sent to support the police. Jim Spellman has more on the protests.
Demonstrators in the U.S. state of North Carolina clashed with police, looted a Walmart store, and blocked an interstate. Several trucks were broken into, some of their contents burned.
We have 16 officers who've been injured. We have multiple police vehicles that have been damaged.
The protest took place after a police officer shot and killed Keith Lamont Scott, a 43-year-old African-American father of 7. Scott was shot by a plainclothes officer who police say is also African-American. Some witnesses say Scott was sitting in a car, reading a book, waiting for a school bus to drop off his son.
They said, stop, put your hands up. That's exactly what he did. He got out his car, just like they asked him to. That's how he got to the back of his car. That's why they didn't shoot him at the car door or in front of his car. They shot him behind his car because he did exactly what they told him to do. He got out his car, he walked back there so that he can comply, and obviously compliance still gets you murdered.
But police say Scott got out of the car holding a gun. They say no book was found.
Our detectives, through their investigation, recovered the firearm that the subject was holding in his hand when he got out of the vehicle. It was in very close proximity to the subject.
The North Carolina shooting comes just days after a white police officer shot and killed Terrence Crutcher, an unarmed 40-year-old African-American in Tulsa, Oklahoma. These latest incidents follow a string of high-profile shootings of black men by police officers in the U.S. Activists say protests are likely to continue.
We don't get a redress for our grief, and we don't get justice. This is what you see, and you're going to see more of that.
The federal government is investigating the Tulsa shooting as a potential civil rights violation while closely monitoring the incident in North Carolina. Jim Spellman, CCTV, Washington.